Tennessee Titans play the Los Angeles Chargers in London. Darren, who you got?
I'm going with the Chargers in this game. You're seeing this week in and week out, the Chargers are playing better on both sides of the ball. Defensively, they're becoming stout on that side. But offensively, probably the most balanced offense in the league right now. And Melvin Gordon, if he keeps up at this pace, will be in the running for league MVP.
Yeah, I agree with you. I'm going to take the Los Angeles Chargers also. I just look at last week and see the Titans and how bad that they played against the Ravens, giving up 11 sacks. Marcus Mariota was under pressure all day long. I just see that happening again. We're both on the Chargers. After a big win versus the Kansas City Chiefs, the New England Patriots go to Chicago to play the Bears. Darren, what you thinking here?
I like the Pats in this game, and I know they play good defense in Chicago, but the Patriots' short passing game, the run after catch, the ability for not only Bill Belichick, but for Tom Brady to decipher what he's seeing on the defensive side of the ball. I just like in the fourth quarter, I like the Patriots to win this game in a close one.
I'm going to take the Patriots, too. I don't think they put up 43 points again like they did versus the Chiefs because of how good that Chicago Bear defense is. But I see James White having a big day. Sony Michel may struggle a little bit because of that stout front with Akeem Hicks, but we're both going to take the Patriots here, winning in Chicago. Buffalo at Indianapolis. They've got quarterback problems in Buffalo. Darren, who you take?
And you just said it. Too many quarterback problems for the Buffalo Bills. I like Indianapolis at home. T.Y. Hilton is supposed to come back this week. If he does, you'll have Andrew Luck throwing the deep ball, opening up things underneath for this football team. I like Indy at home.
And with Derek Anderson starting, I'm also going to take the Indianapolis Colts. Malik Hooker is a good young safety, got an interception last week. I think he's going to be able to take advantage of mistakes of Derek Anderson. He makes another big play to win the game. We're both going to take the Colts. The Detroit Lions and head coach Matt Patricia travel to warm, sunny South Beach to play the Miami Dolphins.
Now, Tedy, you know this league is all about momentum, and I look at the Miami Dolphins and that overtime win just this past week against the Chicago Bears. As far as momentum, confidence, I think they build on that. Frank Gore became a problem for the Bears last week, and you know Keon Drake's going to try to make up for that fumble that he lost early in that game, late in that game. I think the Dolphins end up winning this football game.
I think you're right. I'm going to take the Dolphins also. There's something to be said about when young teams start to feel it go their way. You know, when they get a big win versus the Bears and they're feeling good about themselves. Kiko Alonso, I don't know how he does it, but he's just that linebacker that's in the right place at the right time, making plays on the ball, forcing fumbles. The Miami defense, I think, is the difference. We're both going to take the Dolphins in this one. All right, the Minnesota Vikings travel to New York to take on the Jets. D, who you got?
I'm going with the Minnesota Vikings. I think that defense is going to travel. We're starting to see this defense starting to come back from where they were. And we saw how this team struggled defensively. Mike Zimmer has them back on track. They're playing in New York against the Jets and the hot Jets team. But the Minnesota Vikings, personnel-wise, are too talented to lose this game.
Yeah, I think this is an easy decision. I'm going with the Vikings, too. Adam Thielen has been the best receiver in the game, but I think a certain game's coming. It's going to be this one where Stephon Diggs just explodes. And I think he's going to have a big day. The Minnesota Vikings, I think, will win this one. Darren and I both are taking the Vikings to beat the Jets. All right, the Carolina Panthers are traveling to Philadelphia to take on the world champions. Darren, who you got?
I'm going with the Philadelphia Eagles, and you just said it. They're playing like world champions all over again. They're converting on third down now. Carson Wentz is getting out of the pocket. He's using his athleticism. And Alshon Jeffrey is finally coming back to health.
I see it. I see the Eagles getting momentum, but I'm going to take the Panthers in this one. I like this offensive line in terms of controlling the game, controlling the line of scrimmage, running the football with either McCaffrey or Newton inside and outside, that type of threat. I think they control the clock, slow down Philadelphia. The defense is coming along. Thomas Davis is back. So I'm going to take the Carolina Panthers. Darren's on the Eagles. I'm on the Panthers. We'll see who comes out on top. All right, Baker Mayfield and the Cleveland Browns are heading to Tampa Bay. Another challenge for them. You think they get the victory?
I think they get the victory. I don't think Tampa can stop anyone right now. Defensively, they're not playing well. They cannot tackle on the back end of the secondary. I like what I'm seeing in Mayfield. Yeah, they took a loss last week, but you're starting to see him grow. And these wide receiver group, this young wide receiver group, starting to really get going and get motivated and build some confidence.
All right, I'm going to take the Tampa Bay Buccaneers at home here. Why? Because Mark Duffner has been named a new defensive coordinator, and I think all of those players are going to wake up and say, we just got somebody fired. We got somebody fired because we're not playing well, and so we're going to play hard for this next guy and show we got some kind of talent, we got some kind of heart. Just that type of shift. that type of different voice in the locker room, I think does it. Jameis makes a few plays. I'll take the Bucs.
Go ahead, take it.
We'll see who's right. All right, the Houston Texans are traveling to Jacksonville. The Jags got beat up last week by the Cowboys. Are you going to take them?
I'm taking the Jags. You know, listen, they're coming back. Jags will come back. They'll bounce back.
They
got embarrassed last week defensively, and I guarantee you they went back in, started watching that film and said, this is not going to happen again. They have a division opponent. They'll find a way defensively, not offensively. Defensively, they'll close this game out in the fourth quarter.
On the 2-yard line, Cole Beasley's going in for a touchdown, and there's, I think it was Church and then Ramsey, and they had a chance to make a hit, and they didn't make a hit. Are they going to bounce back from that? Based on what I saw last week and how they just rolled out their helmet and they thought they were going to win, I'm going to say they don't. All right, I'm going to say they lose this game, and we'll see who's right, Darren or me. Me. Well, we got a good one here. The Saints in Baltimore, high-powered offense of the Saints and one of the best defenses in the league in the Baltimore Ravens. Who you got, D?
You know, Drew Brees has never beat the very
He's 0-4.
He's 0-4 against the Ravens, right?
Yes.
He'll be 0-5 this time around. Listen, I'm going with the defense. I'm going with the Baltimore Ravens at home. They rush with their front four, don't need to bring added pressure. They play coverage behind it. At home, the Ravens are tough. They're hard-nosed, and they're going to bring a lot of pressure on Drew Brees.
Streaks come to an end, and this streak's going to come to an end. I'm going to take Brees and the Saints, and you saw how they got all those sacks versus Mariota last week in terms of those hug blitzes, man-to-man coverage, things like that when they're trying to max protect. I think Brees and Peyton, they're going to spread it out, empty, 4 wide receivers, something like that, so Brees can make those easy decisions. So I'm going with the offense.
The streak is over with. That's what you're saying.
The streak is over. The Saints are going to get this one. Brees will be able to say he's beaten all 32 teams. Darren on the Ravens. I'm on the Saints. All right, the Los Angeles Rams are traveling to San Francisco to play the 49ers. The 49ers put 30 points on the Green Bay Packer defense. Can they keep up with the Los Angeles Rams offense?
I think they're going to put points up against the Los Angeles Rams, but I just think when you look at the Rams completely as a whole offensively, they give you so many different looks. They can run the ball. They're balanced in the running game. They throw the ball deep down the field. They can hit you with the short passing game. So many weapons for Jared Goff. There's no way that I'm going against the Rams in this game.
And after all those weapons, the substance of the team for me is the offensive line and how great that they've been playing, giving Goff protection. They utilize those play-action fakes so well that that defense is looking at all these motions, and then they're dropping back to pass, and the offensive line is just settled up, and they're giving them good protection. I really love the scheme there. We're both going to take the Rams over the 49ers. Love this matchup. The Dallas Cowboys are going to the Redskins to play them. Rivalry you know a lot about. Who you got in this one?
You know I'm going to be a homer on this one, right?
Go ahead.
You know
That's okay. That's nothing wrong with that.
I'm going with the Dallas Cowboys in this game. And we saw a little bit of last week, the confidence as far as Dak Prescott getting out of pocket, using his legs, the read option. You're starting to see them come alive. And that big monster in the middle, Ezekiel Elliott, got going early in this game. That offensive lineup for the Dallas Cowboys is starting to build a little confidence. I like the Cowboys on the road with a win.
I loved what I saw last week versus the Cowboys and how they played versus the Jacksonville Jaguars. Do I see a Cowboy team that can be consistent? I just don't. I don't know if I don't trust Jason Garrett. I don't know if I don't trust Dak Prescott. It's just that do I think they're going to go the other way because that's just who they are, sort of like an 8-8 team? I think so. I think they go like this, they go down. This is on the way down. I'm taking the Washington Redskins, and even though Alex Smith isn't the one to take a lot of chances, he'll take care of the football, hopefully. And so I think that's going to be the deciding factor. I'm going Redskins.
You better take care of that ball now.
The Cowboys going to Cowboys. We'll see who wins. All right, the Cincinnati Bengals travel to Kansas City to play the Chiefs. This could be the track meet of the week.
Yes, it is going to be the track meet of the week. And I like the Kansas City Chiefs because of Patrick Mahomes. What gives the Bengals problems week in and week out? A quarterback that can buy time with his legs, a quarterback that can play off script. Patrick Mahomes is that guy, and I don't have a lot of faith on the backside and the secondary of the Cincinnati Bengals to match up man for man against this team here with the Kansas City Chiefs.
Yeah, you got A.J. Green for the Bengals. I mean, Tyler Boyd's playing well. Mixon's playing well. They can score points. I just think the Chiefs will score more. They have more talent. They're at home. I mean, Kelsey's someone at tight end that you don't see. You only see tight end like that twice a year in terms of Gronkowski, Kelsey. So I'm going to go with the Chiefs. Also, we're both on the Chiefs. Our Monday night football game will finish the week with the New York Giants traveling to Atlanta to play the Falcons. Could be a lot of points scored in this one.
Oh, there's going to be a lot of points, and I know Saquon Barkley is going to get his, but I'm going to start with the Atlanta Falcons. I think the Falcons win this game at home, and if you watch this team week in and week out, defensively, they can't stop anyone, but they can put a lot of points on the board. Best wide receiving core in football right now. I'm thinking the Falcons win this game. Close one, but they're winning this game in the fourth quarter.
A lot of great skill positions to watch. Love Saquon Barkley, Odell Beckham Jr. There's just more in Atlanta. There's more substance, especially at the quarterback position when I compare Eli Manning to Matt Ryan. So Matt Ryan's going to be the difference for me. I'm going to take the Falcons also. We're both going to take Atlanta here.